thing is, whenever something like that one happens,
exactly,
people always judge one party.
Exactly.
They don't know which kind of the other party made it to be that way. Because you mean there's a breaking news that is there, whereby there was cucumberization.
Exactly.
And this cucumberization made things to be worse. And Mosabi has to come out correctly and face the public and tell them the reality.
Yeah.
Whom did he cucumberize?
And who was not functioning?
And who was not functioning at that kind of the module. And the real fact is, you understand, you can never be terminated. Sometimes there's something. Even when we came out, there's somebody gonna be giving out the point, like when Maro was saying, like, oh, this kind of the people, they're publicizing me, they're making my video to be so public and much more like that one.
Exactly.
And people could understand and say, by the way, Ginto are filming inside there, this boy is filming there.
And
so maybe whenever he's asking for the privacy, yes, Ginto are filming from the same compound. People can hear from his side.
I can help you to hold it.
But now the problem is coming, whereby now Mosabi took advantage of somebody who is not functioning and started cucumberizing the boy.
The family, just called family.
You understand, guys? One thing, and one thing about the Mosabi. Do you understand there's a time the information leaked when we were at the party?
Exactly.
Mosabi was part of the program when we had about there was a woman, not even a small lady. A woman was hit until the feces. Not the hitting in terms of
until the feces came out.
I thought the feces. So, Mosabi, can you go direct? Hello guys, breaking news at this kind of the time. Mambo. Guys, it's one of the breaking news that are going to be coming out at this kind of the time, because we're going to be having much of the things tangling here, and things are ever popping out now and again. And this is one-on-one live. I'm coming from the police station in Nyaboanse. Some of the things have been filed, and this kind of the time, things are going to be popping out at this kind of the module, because things are popping out here. Point number one. Today there was a confirmation and also a communication between Marwa, Gitiriba and also David Jr. for them to hijack Mosabi from Nairobi, and something which is going to be poking at this kind of the immediate effect. Mambo, uko chonjo? Eh, mambo iko aje? Unataka kuongea? Nikutembele? Kuja tusikie. So guys, what is coming out at this kind of the module is I'm going to be talking to Maganya here. But the breaking news that is coming at this kind of the time is they're going to be having Mosabi to be hijacked in Nairobi, and they should be so keen about it, because the information from the DCI, they've already reported Mosabi at the DCI because of talking about, they're going to be talking about it. I'm going to be coming to you a bit here. Mambo vipi Maganya?
I'm fine.
Kila kitu iko chonjo? Tomorrow I'll be coming to your home. Utakuwa? Thank you. The machine, haki ya Mungu, the machines. Guys, the machines are out like safari rally. Kila kitu iko sawa? Let's look forward. Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you. So guys, the breaking news that is coming out at this kind of the module, I've been called, and I'm just directing this kind of the courtesy one-on-one to JT. He should be so well punctualized, and also make sure that you WhatsApp, and also the DCI always track using the Bluetooth, and also going to be tracking using like the Wi-Fi that they're going to be using. So they should be punctual, because that is the report that is coming out. They have already reported the matter of Mosabi talking about going to be threatening and also cyberbullying and talking wrong about them. They should be so meticulous. This is just a leak that I'm just getting out to the people to understand, because things are going to be happening to Nairobi that they don't understand, because JT is the most target, and also Mosabi, they have talked about they're going to be targeting him very meticulously anytime, whenever going to be attract very meticulous. So they should look so meticulous whenever they're going to be loitering in Nairobi or doing whatever necessary in Nairobi. They should be so punctual about it. I'm going to be dropping this kind of the bang, because I told you any kind of the information going to be falling to Gintu before it falls to any other person. So this is just one of the information I'm giving out, because it's only a secret. I'm giving it out. And also they have already planned on how they're going to be executing it, because the DCI in Nairobi, they've been already been told what to do, and they're going to be coming to that kind of the portfolio with an immediate effect here. So today the confirmation and how the talk was, it's only Githiriba, Maro, and also David Jr. They went to the DCI today early in the morning around 10 to 11 there, and what they were just talking about that kind of wagwan hey, that's my brother Mumugesi there. So what is coming out at this kind of the time is everybody should be so fantastic upon it, because things are rolling out and nobody wants to see anybody successful. At this kind of the time, Mosabi is in danger, so he should be protected. JT, wherever you are, protect that boy very meticulously, because things are coming out and they are roaming meticulously. Ndakushtua kash lakini. So at the module right now, what is coming out again is the information is already leaked to Nairobi, and they have already hand out the money, and what is just being waited for is only the recapture to make sure that things are going to be popping out so meticulous. What's up, man?
In editor?
What's up?
Fantastic.
Everything is good?
Everything is good.
You are passing like safari rally, man.
You know, my motorbike is like a terrible, but sometimes it's just one is a terrible, is just have to...
It is passing like a safari rally. Exactly. So what is popping out, man?
I think it's just...
You have the number to JT?
JT,
yeah.
Exactly.
You have the number?
I can give out.
Yeah, no. Call,
we can call.
Contact him and tell him to be prepared, because the file has been thrown to the DCI in Nairobi headquarters, and they are being tracked with the DCI. They should be punctual about it.
Exactly.
Because I'm coming from the DCI immediately right now, and they are talking about it. It's just an information, I'm leaking it out, because they can never know who gave me the information. And the good thing is the 3 gentlemen were found there.
Yeah.
These are the 3 gentlemen, which is Githiriba, Marwa, and also David Jr. They went to the DCI, and the report is anonymous.
You know, Mugus have just breaking news.
Come and give them breaking news here.
Bag here, so they can just leaking up.
Exactly.
And people what they never know is Mugis is one of the village reporter.
A village reporter.
And sometimes once we evacuate, we know some issues into the ground. Sometimes we into the ground.
Yeah.
Mugis doesn't have a GoPro and what.
Exactly.
But it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So when we deliver an information is one. You know what is just leaking out right now? Mosabi is just to come out and tell the people or tell the public the reality.
Exactly.
And once we came out and brought into talk about, we are just going to speak the reality. We are just waiting for him.
Yeah.
Because we know everything.
Exactly.
Because
so the
good things that is just leaking out is this kind of the boy, he just has already hindering one wife, the wife of somebody this way.
So cucumberization.
So for him to come out and talk about, oh, I'm just evacuating, it is a night time, oh, I'm just picking my luggages. He has to come out so that he can just able to speak the reality. Because we do always broadcast what is the real fact.
The real fact.
And once we out here talk about the real fact.
Exactly, the reality.
For him to be you know,
to be straightforward.
I know. For him to be favored, he has to speak out the reality.
He has to say from
what
his
is
side.
just is spoken outside, that have just having it just regionally, that is just being spoken, and for you to stand out here, talk about, oh, we have to talk about JT and whatever. JT has to understand something.
You know one thing is whenever something like that one happens,
exactly,
people always judge one party.
Exactly.
They don't know which kind of the other party made it to be that way. Because you mean there's a breaking news that is there, whereby there was cucumberization.
Exactly.
And this cucumberization made things to be worse. And Mosabi has to come out correctly and face so the public and tell them the reality.
Yeah.
Whom did he cucumberize?
And who was not functioning?
And who was not functioning at that kind of the module? And the real fact is, you understand, you can never be terminated. Sometimes there's something. Even when we came out, there's somebody gonna be giving out the point, like when Maro was saying, like, oh, this kind of the people that are publicizing me, they're making my video to be so public and much more like that one.
Exactly.
And people could understand and say, by the way, Ginto are filming inside there. This boy is filming there.
And
so maybe whenever he's asking for the privacy, yes, Ginto are filming from the same compound. People can hear from inside.
I can help you to hold it.
But now the problem is coming, whereby now Mosabi took advantage of somebody who is not functioning and started cucumberizing the boy.
The family it just got family in it.
You understand, guys? One thing and one thing about Mosabi. Do you understand there's a time the information leaked when we were at the party?
Exactly.
Mosabi was part of the program when we had about the there was a woman not even a small lady. A woman was hit until the feces. Not the hitting in terms of
until the feces came out.
I tell me the feces. So, Mosabi, can you go direct? Mosabi was not talented, but he was blessed with the cucumber. So whenever it comes to cucumberizing, Mosabi is meticulous.
It's normal.
And
he can't entertain those kind of nonsense allegations.
So
once the dude is just calling, he has to pass the person order.
He has to do the order how it comes.
Exactly.
Because he performed the order meticulous, and now the lady started now talking about you are better than whatever. You can imagine a lady can come out, because this is the real information coming.
Exactly.
Some lady can come out and say, but I found somebody who satisfies me in terms of the private part. The private part is awesomely served. Than whenever somebody comes out and talks about you're gonna be having money, because there was some of the flashment of money being thrown here and there, and they cannot do anything. It's only
money. That's the real fact.
Exactly.
And let Mosabi tell us
exactly
what was being spotted at the exact 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. He was dealing with it. Perpendicular.
Square. And he was participating his duty.
And he was making the duty, because
once the duty
the good thing is, you know, the good thing about Mosabi is, number one, he has not been circumphoniously being used as a gay.
Exactly.
Because he was washing Triba's pants. He was making sure that everything is served, utensils,
food,
washing clothes, everything.
Going to the posho mill.
Going to the posho, everything. And also taking care of the child that lady went, because Triba was becoming so brutal to that lady.
Exactly.
And that lady was married.
Yeah.
And when she was married,
we have this kind of Morgan. He's just called
not Morgan. The first
also
wife.
Morgan wife. The child was being there.
Exactly. So the problem is, number one, Triba took the wife. The first wife, he took it from somebody. Then the same person came for the lady. And the lady left the child behind, which Mosabi was taking care of. Number one. Number two, he was given $1,000 with the mic and ankle.
Not $1,000 USD.
No, the first time it was 1,000.
It was 8 USD, which is talk about 20. I don't know where.
No, it was the first day that was given
for Christmas.
No, it was for the land, and he was told he can use it. Then he will see whatever to do. Even if you're gonna be having a problem, to use it, then you will spot it back and
where does it coming from?
He went and took a wife of Morgan.
Mia Godano.
So Mosabi, we're never going to be hearing this kind of the music. You understand what we are talking about?
Exactly.
Mia Godano.
It's all about the time, guys, and we are just coming one-on-one to make sure that we are just going to get a clear information and just the real fact. And
the real fact.
It's time for Ayamaro himself and the Git Riba. Talk about Mayuguno also. Talk about Mosabi, who was just a slavery. We were not going to be paid.
But the good thing about that boy, he was using brain.
Exactly.
Because he saw this kind of the slavery that I'm doing here. I have to pay my body as I pay my pocket.
Exactly.
So he was using them perpendicular.
You know sometimes, we never understand the health situation of anyone.
Exactly.
Even although he was just using his body, he just going to pay himself his body and the money also. All talents talk about talents. He never understand to talk about his health situation.
The health is
and the little fact he has to take like some amount so that he can just go and to be
testing and much more because he was eating whatever comes in front.
He was just eating a meat that has just been already injected.
7 o'clock.
Exactly.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is one of the worstest moments of Mosabi. When you can see Mosabi has rushed to Nairobi, don't ask why Mosabi is in with JT.
We need to take him to the hospital after exactly 2 months.
Exactly.
So that we can just understand the health situation. Even although he was just a
you know the people, what they don't understand sometimes.
Tell us.
Whenever they see Nyash, they know like everything is booming out. They don't know even this kind of the people, they're going to be a bit wrong whenever it comes to the body functioning and also whatever going to be circumferentially and to their bodies. And the real fact is right now YouTubers are becoming bachelors of no cucumberization.
Exactly. Talk about 360. 360 doesn't differ whoever you are, and 360 doesn't differ how you are just being desperate into any saka. People
are wondering
we are from fish pond.
I'm coming from the fish ponders.
To make sure that the family is just going to get
this for the family.
Protein.
Yeah, proteinous things. Hari eker. Marasomtan. Daimba tegerian kiyo.
Flying.
So ranewa.
Mosabi, or we are talking
about no problem.
Exactly.
We can continue.
Okay.
No problem. Madogo, nisubiria kidogo. Msijali ama si uchukue tu mwende. Hiyo sasa unaendai ngapi?
Utanani.
Tumefanya day na mimi ndo nilikuwa nafanya na huyu tutamlipa aje?
Mahano mugu uchiga. Iga moko sahiga. Easy.
Oira jana. Haya, shika hiyo. Tuangalie. So guys, we are giving out some of ona, patia huyu 200 hapo.
So that everyone can get a small portion.
200.
Not a portion, but it is a clear portion.
Haya, shika hiyo basi. Gawana hiyo kwa leo, si ndio? Alafu tutachekiana, si ndio? Exactly. So guys, what is coming out at this kind of the time is now the problem is number one.
Yeah.
You know, this boy, whenever he did whatever he did, and in terms of that kind of the gentleman, and he did the best to make sure that you're gonna be. You understand? Sometimes you have to wash yourself and say, yes, I can make it. I can make things come out. Exactly.
How do we call nyota in English?
The star.
The star. You have to wash the star.
I understand. I know those are the only you are given. How many are they for? He was a criminal. That lady was a criminal.
A criminal offense.
How can a lady be given 4 cows? That's a criminal.
Total madness.
No problem.
Into the entire African. Talk about it.
So my friend, let me tell you one thing. So you know, this boy, whatever he did, then he was packing the clothes at night. When he was leaving a reverse position.
And nowhere like something like an light. It was
through the forest.
Do you know where it was the forest?
I know. So that's why he was.
Where was it, the forest?
So he was told, you understand, whenever he was, guys, the good fact is most of the people have heard about Mosabi's side, but they don't know the side why. Really, what made Mosabi to go out?
Exactly.
What really made Mosabi to come out is he was found cucumberizing one of the ladies, and spotted from the village. And this can
maybe the former.
It
can be the former.
The former bosses. The former bosses, and he was dealing with it meticulously.
Exactly.
So it was obvious now and again. And it was one of the things that were coming now and again. So the little fact is when he was spotted, it was 7 o'clock in the evening. Then
during the night, it was
in the evening.
But we can talk about it was a night session.
It was a night session.
It was a night session actually.
Exactly.
Do you know what is a night session?
I know a night session. So the good fact is now when he was just got there, things now were cooking, and he was told to evacuate with an immediate effect, or they can deal with him circumfoniously. So
what about circumfoniously? He's just going to be arrested.
Exactly.
With an immediate effect.
So he was told to be arrested. Now Mosabi saw like, what am I going to do here? He spread the rumors quickly to make sure that people are going to be getting the rumors with an immediate effect.
Yeah.
So it could just be told, okay, come here, and JT grabbed. I don't know how JT came out and found the number.
The only thing that I can tell, or I can just pull the beans, is one. Because I'm the only person that I'm into the ground, although sometimes I'm just outside of the YouTube platform. Because I have a lot of the things, sometimes we come across of phone issues. You know, I lost my GoPro. So, for this kind of the issue to be grabbed, and for Mosabi to evacuate from anywhere to nowhere, where he is.
From nowhere to somewhere, where he is right now. And you know one thing that you don't know is number one.
Tell us.
When the video was done yesterday and the broadcasting was so big in a huge number, people watched. Because you can see to the channels how people are just reacting to this kind of the perpetrators. Talk about the people who are dealing with this kind of they dealt with this kind of the boy.
Yeah.
You know something which is lunatic is whereby somebody was performing and everybody knows this person was performing meticulously.
Exactly.
This person was doing a meticulous job.
And
at this
who
kind of
was the behind
and now
of the scene.
Exactly. And everybody knows whatever some things gonna become, because they were seeing him walking around, rushing with the motorbike here and there, and collecting some of the things, going to the milling machine, doing everything. But now at long last he was thrown out, and people are gonna be sympathizing like, why is it happening to this kind of the boys? Are they slaved? But now there's something which happened which threw him out in a way, like during the same day, the river went and reported that kind of the matter to Marwa. When they were alongside, there was yesterday there was some of the things that were handling this kind of the cutting of cutting of the fence poles at Marwa there, and they were talking about that kind of the scenario, and they said how they're gonna be impelling to make sure that the lawsuit is gonna be coming. Today they came with the Junior early in the morning, and they shot a video at the Junior's construction, the three of them. Then they went to the DCI, and when they reached there, Gitiriba was driving Marwa today, and when they reached to the DCI, to the bike, it was a blue bike of Rocio today. The bike of Rocio.
It has already exhausted.
It doesn't have energy, good energy that it was having, like it was brand new from the market. So the fact which is coming out number one is whereby all this kind of the facts have been told, like this boy is stressed. East, west, and south, and already they have known like he is in Nairobi. And that's why I started this video as I saying, like this boy should be so keen whatever he's doing.
Whichever talk about JT and Mosabi,
also
they
JT
have to evacuate from
Nairobi with an immediate. They will be tracked.
Exactly.
They're going to be tracked.
They want to just use talk about helicopter.
And the good, let me tell you one thing, because how the DCI was talking about is to teach people a lesson. That's how this kind of the people are saying. They want to teach people a lesson. And they have said whatever money, because they have splitted their money, and they're going to be talking about, they're going to be dealing with the people in the ground. Including they tagged my name, that's why I was called. Today. And he was talking about, imagine when I reached there, I found them saying, oh Gintu, you know, you are coming from the prison, and but I talked about who was prison. Because people were spraying and they were saying, oh, Gintu was in prison, he has come out. They are spreading lies to this kind of the people's mouths.
Which is total madness.
Which is total madness. And they are now wanting the attention because no attention was there. One thing that they don't understand is when they were speaking nonsense, like, oh, the DCI, we go with the cases there, they don't deal with them, and I don't know why they don't deal with them. I was recording them. I sent that clip to the DCI. I told them, these are the people who are saying bad about you. So they talked about any information going to be giving it to you. So when I was called, and imagine the conduct, He went to...
Even the way I was just passing this way while heading to my bed where I'm just going to...
you are parked here?
No, I'm just going to make sure that I'm just going to make some service, a little bit service of my motorbike.
Okay.
I had contact, you know, contact never always, he always fear talk about Mogesi.
Exactly.
When he has a Mogesi just passing with his motorbike,
he's feeling like his cardiologist got to be obliterated.
Exactly.
And the fact is, when I reached there, I got the contact had told the junior, like whenever he's moving to, I'm ever getting it to there. One thing today early in the morning, I went to the fish farm of Mayani. And the contact asked Mayani to give him some of the clay. Talk about that clay mud.
Clay mud?
Exactly, to formulate the bricks. And what Mayani doesn't think is, he was ever saying himself, he wants to come out and start doing the formulation of the bricks.
Exactly.
So when he's now giving out the same mud, which is very meticulous, the clay is very meticulous making bricks. Because that bricks can never be broken. Even if you hit it with a hammer, can never be broken.
With
a hammer, whether it falls down.
It is from a clay perfect. Not it is a perfect.
The thing is, the contact saw the better of that kind of the mud, what it can do, and how much can you sell that brick. Do you know it's gonna be 15 shillings per each? When you formulate that brick and you burn it, it's 15 shillings per each. So talk about now the contact are gonna be getting 10,000 bricks. And now
from that
kind
clay
of
the segment.
Exactly. And now take that 10,000, burn them, take 10,000 times 15. How much is that one?
That is a lot of money.
The contact are gonna be getting a lot of money from that. Talk about 10,000 times 15 is 150,000, and he has given Brian Mayani 10,000 shillings.
Imagine.
And Mayani is talking about, you know, it's good money. I never had money.
You
know, an African, you understand, the only African person is talking about what am I going to get today.
Exactly.
He doesn't understand what is tomorrow. The contact saw the reflectment of this kind of the stuff. Then I went there early in the morning to tell him, like me, I'm not in terms of talking about what you have sold. If you have sold, sell them. But what I want to see is don't sell everything all of the fish pond.
Exactly.
Make sure that you're going to be having where people are going to be walking. Talk about the dikes. I want to see the dikes.
No,
the dikes that you can just walk on top around the fish pond. The raised.
It can be also like
it's like a pathway.
A panyalut is where any human being can just paint it.
No. It's not that way. They talk about this kind of the dikes I'm talking about is the pathways that are always created on top of a fish pond. You can walk around the fish pond when you want to throw some feeds and talk about you want to be spotting some of the fish or do some of the maintenance. You understand? So the ones that are always the segment, the brim point of the fish pond. So I told him, if you have sold, that is not me. Your terms and conditions for you to sell, let me not be part of it.
Exactly.
So what is there is, I want to make sure that this fish pond doesn't fail because we started it. Make sure that you leave some section or a segment for the dike where people are going to be walking around the fish pond. And I told him, if you're going to be selling, sell up to here. Sell that one, leave this one.
Exactly.
You understand?
That's the only
That's
way.
what I said. And I told him, if you have sold, now do the best. Make things come out effectively. Now the next thing is, when now they went to the DCI, they said, oh, Gintu is following me whenever I'm going to be getting here, is there. And he's just talking to the DCI that I went to his activity where he's doing the activity whereby Mayani's area. So again, we're going to be maybe having a little bit of a betrayal somewhere.
Exactly.
And I'm going to be not talking about it because always a human being is a human being. And I know it.
Exactly. That is
whereby anything is going to be happening anytime. You can get like, oh, I'm going to be, you understand the contact has some tricks. Like, oh, you know, I'm going to be accessing their land or going to be buying the land.
And
you understand?
I want to just live.
They're going to be told. He's going to be told. You're going to be told. Oh, I want to introduce you tomorrow. I want to introduce you. You want your YouTube channel to grow. I want to introduce you tomorrow in this kind of the terms and conditions.
Exactly.
Who is Mayani? Exactly.
There is a time that he betrayed about talk about amigo, the three amigo.
Not only he went to Mayuguno.
Yeah.
The other thing is, there's a day I told him to do the best because he was having a problem with there's a boy who was making him to have a problem here from down here.
Yeah.
And I told him, deal with it the way you're gonna be dealing. And I told him the strategy.
Exactly.
Then again, whenever he was being succumbed, he was placed at the corner. You know, feel like, oh, Gintu was the one who told me this kind of the whatever and whatever.
So that they can speak this.
They can speak everything and they can speak anything. You understand it?
Exactly.
You know it? And is a person like, you can go like you're gonna be helping him to do something. At the end of the moment again, you will feel like, oh, the somebody is now, they're hand in hand with the other person, again becoming a problem to me. So the good fact is I told them, understand what's going to be coming at this kind of the time.
Into the ground.
Exactly. Understand what is into the ground. And understand why did he come to you. There's so much. He has a land. You understand how stupid it is. Eh? The same Conrad bought a land from Mayani's home.
No.
They have the land the other side.
This is a tarmac road. The way just passing.
Exactly.
Easily.
They have the other side.
The other side of the position of the land.
They have a land. He bought a land there.
Yeah.
And that land, effective, I can say, and I can tell you as a fact, that land, it has the same clay soil. He is looking from Mayani's the other side. So it's a trick for him to start from the far point where the fish pond is and buy the whole of it. So they start in a small portion. How did they start with Murimi? They told Murimi, now it's the time for you to marry.
Exactly.
It's the time for Murimi to marry. So Murimi, I have a lady who is here, come and marry this lady. They gave Murimi a lady who was doing the maidism.
How is the distance of Murimi land right now? If we can just pick it out.
Nothing. So I'm coming to that one. It's a strategy that he's using. Then after talking about I have a lady who can give you, and she is living at my home. She was a maid. She was called?
I don't know.
Huyo mwanamke ameenda wa Murimi mwenye.
She was just called.
I don't know, something like Rahema, something like something
Harima.
Harima. So Harima was doing the work as a maid there. And now when Murimi was given this lady, then the Conrad went to the lady's home, pressurized the parents and told them, can you go and get the dowry immediately? That boy is a joker. He will be playing with your lady. Now the family came and told Murimi, we need the dowry. Now Murimi was having nothing and broke. He said they're going to be selling the land. Who went to buy the land? Use brain.
People have to think big.
Think
smart.
Think and rethink before you start doing something unconditional.
Exactly.
And I'm saying it as a fact. They're going to be starting like we're going to be buying this land or we're going to be buying this kind of the portion of soil. Then again they will say, let me bring an excavator. And I dig you another pond for free, then I take the same soil. And again, they're going to be talking about, can you now sell this kind of, we're going to be giving you money.
The push of
and
land.
Who is Mayani? Our friend, I'm telling you as a fact. I know him.
Yeah.
He can do whatever if money is available. And I'm telling you that as a fact.
That's the real fact.
So the good thing is that we should understand how the strategy is coming and how things are going to be handled. So back to Mosabi's work.
Yeah.
So Mosabi, whenever he went to JT, he said yes, he has been chased out. Yes, it's a fact he was chased and he knows what he did. But he has not said what made him to be chased. Is it the work? Is it whatever he was doing?
You know, there is a time that we came to when we were just talk about Three Amigo.
Yeah.
And you are just mentioning about is either JT to be came out, talk about who is the real JT, talk about there is a time that he never expressed her sister. Talk about it's not her sister, but it's just her cousin.
Cousin.
Talk about Mickey.
I understand.
But what was just the real fact? And for Mosabi to came out today, talk about I was just talk about was just being chased there. I was just it is the night time.
We are not framing anybody and we are not here to talk about anybody in a bad situation.
Exactly.
But the real fact has to be said as a fact.
Exactly.
We
are standing as
JT should look at this kind of the 2 points.
Yeah.
Is Mosabi talking about the real fact? What made Mosabi to go out at night?
Exactly.
And what was spotted at that night when Mosabi was coming out from that kind of the position, he should understand it before he's going to be talking about, oh, this is going to be this way, this is going to be this way.
Exactly.
Even your woman cannot be cucumberized and you see the same person staying there. It can never happen, even if it's you, man.
Happen.
Yeah, it can never happen.
If it can be your woman.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it can be your woman.
Do you know who is Mosabi first? Mosabi, when he talks about you're going to be dealing with your wife.
It was during the time of the party. Let's talk about Mosabi
during the party time. He dealt with a woman until the feces come out.
Feces from... it just was like... it was like... breathing and out.
Exactly. The real fact is people should be told the real fact. And now the time is Mosabi has to grow also.
Yeah.
Yes, he has been used as a slave, by the way.
Exactly.
He has been working.
It was not as a slave, like Gake during the time of Gake.
Gake, yeah.
Gake used to be paid with this kind of people.
Sponsors.
Exactly.
But now the problem is...
also, Mosabi, he
was
used
being
to be
paid.
Exactly.
He was being paid, I know. He was being paid because we came out and we left the time for him to take over.
Exactly.
And now what is to come out is everybody should understand it. Like he was being paid with a sponsor.
Yeah.
But now the fact is let Maro and this kind of the people don't lie to the people like, oh, I have hired this, I have hired... Do you understand also Anastasia? She's living there. Anastasia, she's having a sponsor who is paying for her, not Maro.
Just call about school fee.
So Maru is talking about, it was a contract that was there for 3 years. And it's a sponsor who is making it.
And do you know how much is just being paid? There is one of the lady, she was talking about, I can't imagine the lady's name. But she was talking about the Kenyan, it just call about the Kenyan education. Talk about public education is just for free. It's not for free.
Yeah,
but there is some
small charges.
There is even like $20 or 15 all $15.
It determines which kind of the grade you are.
For per term.
Yeah, exactly.
That is for a season. It's not. It's like a season.
It's a term.
Yeah.
It's one term. Yeah.
It's a season.
Yeah.
It's talk about a season.
Yeah.
So for it to be recognized, for Yama talk about my friend, is either you have to come out and you have to style up.
Exactly.
Ayamal has to come out and to style up.
Exactly.
Well,
he has been doing much.
Yeah, exactly. And we always appreciate him.
Yeah, he's our mentor.
He is our mentor.
So you don't have to eat him much.
Not much more.
But we have to eat him.
No, but we have to electrify him.
Yeah,
but
give him the
rectification. To be what? To be slowed down. Fainting is
sometimes he thinks about
monopoly.
But there's monopoly. He thinks about you're gonna be owning everything, gonna be doing whatever necessary. Yeah. We have to do it responsibly. Exactly. I think
your GoPro is just going to be shooting down.
Not shooting now. It's done.
It's done.
Yeah. So it's showing 0-0 from that kind of the side. Yeah. But that's the effect, and I'm gonna be coming to you in a short while. Keep tuned. Back again. Hello, beautiful folks and the internet, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's to back again to this kind of the fantastic module and also a meticulous way of coming out at this kind of the characteristic moment. As I say, respect and kudos to the people tuned in as going to be getting together and also collecting ourselves and minding what's going to be coming out at this kind of the time. Wherever you're coming from, thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in. Here we have some of the big fish always coming out from this kind of the Caribbean, always tuned in and saying, let's get and groove together. Thank you very much for the people who wished into much of the happy birthday was yesterday, and things are always coming out more meticulous at this kind of the time. I'm going to be having much of the reservoirs to come out, and I've been reached out with a little bit of so many people, and also I got the phone call from the police station. There are so many people who reached out to the police station talking about going to take over the position and make sure that people are going to be arrested and much more. And what I'm going to be saying is, number one, whenever somebody has committed a crime and the crime is synthesized and people have synthesized like it can be a crime, and somebody can be jailed about it, all the lawsuit going to be taking the action. Let the lawsuit take its kind of the action, because you understand so many people came out and talked about, oh, you know, Githiriba mistreated this kind of the boy, called Mosabi and much more, this and then this. So many things yesterday you saw from JT's podcast, what he was just talking about, because this kind of the young boy was thrown out, shagara bagara, miscellaneous, helter skelter, and without anything, and he was just terminated to go out, and no much of the money was being paid to this kind of the boy. It was a bit scary, but we have to say things have to come out the way they are. There are so many people who called to the police station in terms of Nyaboans police station early in the morning. The corporal in Nyaboans station called me, and even up to this kind of the time I've not yet reported there. I'm going to be waiting for the time, because the corporal of Nyaboans went to he was just in charge of we can just call it the court. He was there to be the security at the court, and also he has some of the matter to get into the court, so he was not available. So I'm just waiting for the time to reach. We're going to be coming from this kind of the fish farm. I'm going to be getting there to understand what they're going to be talking about, and also handling it with an immediate effect here. So you understand whatever going to be coming out. I don't know who reported and talked about, oh, can you ask Gintu who is onto the village? Some subscribers will ever kill me one day. So me, I'm just, whenever I'm relaxing, this and then this, I'm just hearing, oh, you know, and Gintu, oh, there's this kind of the case. We have seen so many people, they are calling to the OCS at the Sibania police station. They're talking about the man called Githiriba ABCD, and they're talking about you can just talk about it. And you are the only person who is not fearing to the ecosystem, and we're going to be talking about it. I said, okay, I'm going to be coming, we reach out, we talk, we say whatever going to be necessary. But the real fact I'm going to be saying as a fact, whenever I'll meet, I will just talk about how it is, because it's one of the characters that has been there, and people are just always doing it. I don't know if much of the people, they want Githiriba to be arrested, and also, or if not arrested, they want to see him acting perpendicular to pay this kind of the boy the dues, or to pay this kind of the boy, because that's a villa of slaves. Much of the people have seen it. We ever came out with Mogesi, we ever spoke about it, we ever talking about, oh, this kind of the villa, it's not a thing that we're going to be talking about here. It's a slaving villa that going to be molestation is done there. Talk about slaving, it is a modern slaving is done into that kind of an area, and also manipulation. Talk about so much of the hectic things are coming from that kind of a side, because people are not understanding how it is, because whenever you start analyzing, look at this kind of the time. I saw there was this kind of the young lady was called Nyansui, who is Nyansui, the young lady who is ever there working at the villa, and I heard about it has been contracted for 3 years, and right now Rocio is not available. I don't know what I'm thinking about, if it's right. And you understand what happened with Dr. Kibe when he went back to UK for further studies. But what had been happening is, number one, you understand what's going to be coming out effectively. Like he was done, whatever he was done. You saw so many people were just ejected from the villa, like the eras of Gake, whatever they were doing unto that kind of the villa. You understand? I was exposing it out, and people started talking about, oh, Gintu, you understand, you're going to be this way, going to be this way. But to the real fact, and also the module of handling how the matters are going to be arising, we have to come out clearly and embrace ourselves and understand what we're going to be doing here. So to the real fact is people have also placed, and they have also called so many phone calls in the police stations. Talk about Isibania police station and also Nyaboanse police station, recommending like why are people brutally handled, and why people are mistreated and the police are there. Why can't they take the charge? Because when you say so, whenever like, oh, you're gonna be calling the police, don't ever have this kind of the character sometimes of calling this kind of the police. You are giving them much of the points to talk about and defend themselves. And this kind of the time, you understand whoever has it is the person who is ever getting the rights, and the freedom is for the person, whoever has it. For the people who doesn't have anything, they have nothing to offer to the society. That is it. And that's how everything is running. But this kind of an ecosystem we are, it's a man-eat-man society. I want to see another person surviving, or I want to see that person having a little bit of a problem. At the end of the time, we shall come out and clearly and say about, oh, you know, this is going to be done this way. If it could be this way, it could be that way. But arbitrarily, it was so hectic. And it's not the portfolio at this kind of the time to have such kind of the things handled there. And also I saw many people talking about this is gonna be the matter of the police should handle this kind of the matter. I don't know, even if I go there and I talk to this kind of the OCS or wherever, because even the OCS yesterday here, because he was the one who was handling the matter of the Jigas family, because he was the one who took them to the hospital. Then he reached out to me because he knew like Gintu is the one who is helping them to get a permanent solution. Then he reached out to me and asked about, oh Gintu, you know what, that kind of the work, where have you reached in terms of the Jigas family, and are they again to that same character and much more like that one. So I was talking to him, and also he knows everybody. He knows Maro very well, and he knows Gintu very well. He knows Mayuguno, he knows Devi, he knows Dimwango, he knows those kind of the YouTubers, the big ones. And when he asked me, I talked about, do you know what I talked about? He's our mentor. And he said about, yeah, you have used a good term. I'm ever quoting whatever. Whenever terms reaches, I always go to the station there. We cherish, we bask together, we do whatever necessary to make sure that the life goes on. Because at each kind of the time, sometimes you can get my nephew, my whatever, my cousin, my relative is gotten to the police station, and we have to handle the matter how they arise from that kind of an area. And that is how we ever come out to solidarize some of the things, how they're going to be occupying, how they're going to be coming each and every the time. So my point is, number one, you know, the person who has been when we were mistreated from that kind of an area, we had nothing. We had no money. We had nobody to talk about, oh, it's going to be this way. Can you give me this and this? So many people came out, oh, Gintu, don't be negative. Yet somebody has talked about you negatively, very badly. And somebody is there to talk about, oh, don't talk negative. I saw how people were just talking to Gitiriba when he went to a live. Then people were talking about, oh, I've never seen this kind of the character. And that is the same thing which is there, because people have to understand the real model, the real colonialism, which is the neo-colonialism, which is there and taking the shape at this kind of the time. And we should understand what we're going to be doing, because at each kind of the time when we frame ourselves and understand what are we doing at this kind of the particular moment, we have to understand the real way of understanding things how they come, which is a bit hectic whenever it comes to the society here. And also, there's so many people are reaching Gintu to talk about, oh, Gintu, can you tell Mayani he's dealing with the people he doesn't understand. What I can say is, number one, to Mayani, you know, when we talk about money, money has a say. And when money is into the pocket, has a bigger say. And it talks louder than whenever you're going to be talking with an empty mouth. And that is how it's handled in this kind of the village. Nobody knows where it's going to be coming from, where it's going to be getting from, and everything such kind of the things. It's going to be a bit of a misery here.
Stretch. Saba. Ziko. Kwangu
Vuta.
Sure. Nilikwambia vitu zimetuhepa.
Tulete hiyo ndo. Tunaona kwa kona, sasa mwingine apite kwa ile kona ya juu. Mkirudi hivi. Karaka samaki nyingine mlikacha.
Hapo hivi wewe sasa tulikupea. Dogo unajua itakuja kuchoma sijui enda kutusumbua kweli. Haya, mtoke. Msikie tunaitore Victoria mnadani, twende kuvua mnadani rais. Nyige. Turudi kwa yeye. Afu tupite ya juu twende huko juu. Hai. Nisaidie kwa vitu zinachoma. Twende. Stretch. Moja imepita kwa mkono. Hadi nimekashikia tu hapo ndani. Wallahi. Chap dogo.
Isso ni ndefu, rafiki dutoke.
Au, kuna ni dia. Nimepatana na nguruni.
Aria, jambo.
Zi. Inua sasa. Ona hii ginto na inarudi. Siliambia ginto hivi sasa ndio kunaingia.
Ele, eu tô eu quando
hapa lakini kumeanza kunai. Sasa tosha tu ingia. Takunywa uji. Kitako na Juni. Niki unajua nakimbia afike mwili.
Niki usitoke nje, usitoe. Vuta kabisa uende uweke kwa kona kabisa ya chini. Twende.
Na mimi hapo nipe maelekezo.
Na wewe same. Mshikilie hapo mbele. Vuta kabisa ya chini. Vuta wewe ya chini. Kama umeikanyagia chini. Umeikanyagia chini. Usitoe rudisha hii chini hii. Hivyo. Sasa samaki zinakuanga humu bana. Sasa ingekuwa zimeanza kuruka kwa neti. Mko na kitu hapo? Toa. Are you sure? Ona mahali, angalia sasa vile umeishika. Na unatumaini kuwa na
hapo sisi. Nasi.
Kuna jamu. Niambia pita mimi ndo mapema. Ukara huku.
Tutafanya aje tutoke na samaki? Hapa zishaingia. Chini kabisa twende. Chap dogo. Gintu huko hakuna mtu.
Aja.
Walai kwa sasa umeingia na viatu kufanya nini? Ndio uko serious. Samaki waligonga mguu kidogo yangu.
Wewe rudi hivi Peter. Wewe rudi chini. Nigeshikia chini. Vuta kabisa hiyo kitu.
Niko kwa top.
Bali mimi niko kwa mtani.
Unajua uko juu alafu. Tena itakusumbua hapa. Kwetu.
Rudi chini Peter.
Tujipate hapo tumeshika.
Nyige umeshikia juu.
Hakuna chini.
Mimi najua ninagwaruza
chini bana, wewe hujashikia chini.
Unasikia chini wala hivi.
Mimi najua ninagwaruza hadi mato.
Shikilia hapo, vuta kabisa neti. Hapo mshatoka, hakuna kitu hapo ndani.
Atakutoka.
Mmoja.
Nyige amefanya mchezo, hakuna kitu mmefanya.
Kuna kitu.
Hakuna kitu. Si utoe uone.
Haria.
Sasa unaona hii na mali kuangalia vile hapo kulikuwa kuna kimbia.
Unapanga niko nimeshikia.
Sasa unaangalia. Sasa hapo tutafanyaje?
Rudi nishikie hapa.
Nige lakini unacheza.
Sasa unajua huyu jamaa ndo aliongea.
Shikia chini.
Huyu jamaa ndo alifanya ujinga. Nitaenda mlete pesa. Vuta.
Hiyo mpaka tuipate.
Ishike.
Sikile sikora nikiwa hapo hata kuna kitu nafanya.
Una ndo hili connect kimu.
Waisha mbio mbio.
Usiinue hivi. Fanya tena makosa.
Bura, yana nasikia ni samaki yenyewe kwa nini.
Nyige stretch kwenda juu. Ushikilie tight. Yule avute. Tight ya chini. Vuta kabisa.
Usiinue. Alafu.
Haya. Hold.
Hivyo.
Haya.
Toe.
Ziko. Utararua.
Uriru bazanga rikijeriyo.
Sasa moja ba.
Yo. Unasema moja. Na mkubwa.
Niaje. Metoa karaka moja.
Kama
Tunaenda. Hapo tunaongea, ni kama ndio tunaongea zaidi. Nyikikeza rudi. Wende.
Woi.
Dem. Sasa mbele kitu. Kimbia ndio leti. Samaki ziko tofauti. Sasa kama hii inaitwaje?
Hiyo. Mbona inaitwa?
Sasa kujua bora inaitwa samaki. Bwana sukimbi wito wa jamaa wako warete si. Hapana ni kore mama ni wapi?
Mama tu.
Chap.
Endo survive. So irudi huko.
Ako kadogo pia.
Haka.
Ako kingine. Aje weka hapo.
Mbona washo?
Ni wewe. Ni gege.
Ipe hapa ndarusha hapo kwenye. Mbona?
Ni kuhamisha nyumba. Kama kuhamisha. Kuondo kijua.
Nimepiga zero. Mairu mwanzo.
Hivyo nakumbuka tukianza. Akanirudisha.
Ndio alikuwa anacheka. Tunatoka na moja.
Ama dogo kwa. Jono ngapi? 7 eh.
Kila kuna maendeleo.
Nilipeleka simu kwa mama.
Yeah.
Ya kwa.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ndio. Ama ilikuwa hapa. Niko na haraka sana. Unaangalia gani? Tuanze na gani? Chagua fungu moja moja.
Agai.
Sasa si mimi nakuwekea tu kando. Si ndio? Haya. Nyingine hii.
Kama hii. Kama ile.
Hiyo ni 3, si ndio? Hii hapa. Hiyo ni 4. 5. Hii.
Kama hizo.
6. Hapa. Ama hapa. Hapa tu. Nakuongeza hizi, si ndio? Haya.
Baridi nataka kufanya. Mura, acha watani.